Imagine being trapped 100 feet under the ocean in total darkness inside a ship that had already become your grave. No sunlight, no way out, freezing water rising around you, and every second the oxygen getting thinner. Everyone thought he was dead. Even the rescue divers came down, not to save anyone, but to collect bodies. And then, one of the dead men moved his hand. This is the unbelievable true story of Harrison Okene, the man who survived 60 hours underwater with nothing but a tiny air pocket and his faith in God. And trust me, by the end of this story, you'll question what's really possible. Because sometimes miracles don't happen above the water. Sometimes they happen far below it. It was May 2013, off the coast of Nigeria. Harrison Okene was working as a cook on a tugboat called the Jascon 4. It was supposed to be a normal day at sea. Nothing unusual, nothing dramatic, just another job. But life has a strange way of changing everything in a single moment. That morning, the ocean turned violent. Massive waves slammed against the ship. The storm was stronger than anyone expected. And before the crew could react, the tugboat flipped just like that. Imagine the chaos. Metal screaming, water rushing in, men shouting, panic everywhere. The ship turned upside down and began sinking fast, dragging everyone inside with it. Harrison was in the bathroom when it happened. At first, he thought something had hit the ship, but within seconds, freezing water came crashing in. He knew this was bad, really bad. He tried to escape, but the ship was already filling with water. Rooms were flooding, passageways were blocked, everything was upside down. There was no clear way out. And then, the ship sank, all the way down, 100 feet below the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. Most people would have died right there, but somehow, Harrison found a tiny air pocket inside the wreck, a tiny space near an engineer's office. It wasn't much, just enough trapped air to keep breathing for a little while. He was alone, completely alone, in pitch-black darkness, cold seawater up to his chest, still silence, except for the sounds of the ocean pressing against the metal walls. And around him, the bodies of his crewmates. Think about that. No sunlight, no phone, no clock, no rescue. Just darkness, fear, and the terrifying thought that this tiny pocket of air could disappear at any moment. Most people would lose their minds, but Harrison did something different. He prayed, again and again. He started repeating Bible verses he had learned. He clung to them like they were oxygen, because in that place, faith wasn't just comfort, it was survival. He later said he kept remembering Psalm 54, "Save me, O God, by your name." Listen, when everything around you is sinking, sometimes prayer is the only thing left floating. Hour after hour passed, then more. The cold became unbearable, the hunger grew, the thirst was worse. Salt water surrounded him, but he couldn't drink it. His body was shaking, his mind was racing, and yet he kept praying. He believed God hadn't abandoned him. Even there, even underwater, even inside what looked like a tomb. You see, faith doesn't always remove the storm. Sometimes it helps you survive inside it. Day 1 passed, then day 2. Still no rescue, no voices, no signs of life, only darkness and hope fighting to stay alive. By now, the oxygen should have been gone. By now, nobody expected anyone to still be breathing. On the surface, everyone believed the crew had died. Families were mourning. Rescue teams had shifted from saving lives to recovering bodies. That was it. The story was supposed to be over. But heaven wasn't finished writing it. On the 3rd day, a team of South African divers went down to inspect the wreck. Their mission was simple: recover the bodies. That's all. No one expected survivors. As they moved through the dark, flooded ship, their lights scanned lifeless rooms, silence, stillness, death. And then, one diver entered a room and saw something strange. a hand. At first, he thought it was just another body, but then the hand moved. Wait, what? The diver froze. The hand moved again. Alive. Someone was alive. Imagine being that diver. You're expecting death, and suddenly a living hand reaches out from the darkness. It sounds like a movie scene, but it was real. The diver grabbed Harrison's hand, and in that moment, after nearly 60 hours trapped underwater, hope touched him back. Harrison later said he was so shocked he almost couldn't process it. Another human being, after days of silence, after preparing himself to die. Someone had found him. He was alive. The divers quickly realized this rescue wouldn't be simple, because bringing him up too fast could kill him. His body had been under intense pressure for too long. If they rushed it, decompression sickness could be fatal. So even after surviving the impossible, he had to wait longer, carefully, patiently, step by step. Sometimes survival isn't just about being found, it's about making it all the way back. Eventually, they placed Harrison in a diving bell and slowly brought him to safety. When he finally reached the surface, it was like being reborn. Sunlight, fresh air, life. Can you imagine that first breath, that first look at the sky, after spending nearly 3 days in darkness at the bottom of the ocean? That wasn't just rescue, that was resurrection. Doctors were stunned, divers were stunned, the world was stunned. How did he survive? Science had explanations, the air pocket, the timing, the conditions, but Harrison had his own answer: God. To him, this wasn't luck, it was faith, it was prayer, it was divine mercy in the deepest darkness. And honestly, who could blame him? Because sometimes logic explains the how, but faith explains the why. His story spread across the world. People called it a miracle, because that's exactly what it felt like. A man buried alive beneath the sea who came back, not because he was stronger, not because he was luckier, but because he refused to let go of hope. Listen, we all have our own air pocket moments, moments where life feels upside down, where the walls feel like they're closing in, where it feels like nobody knows we're still fighting. And maybe right now you're in one of those moments. Maybe your storm looks different. Maybe it's grief, fear, debt, depression, loss, silence. But hear this, just because it feels like you're sinking doesn't mean your story is over. Sometimes the rescue is already on its way, even when you can't see it. Harrison's hand moved in the darkness and someone saw it. Maybe yours will too. Maybe your miracle is closer than you think. So don't stop praying. Don't stop believing. Don't let the darkness convince you that God can't find you there. Because if he can reach a man 100 feet under the ocean, inside a sunken ship, after 60 hours of impossible survival, he can reach you too. And maybe that's the real miracle. Not just surviving, but discovering that even in your deepest fear, you were never alone.